10 Scary Reptiles Caught.
Welcome to Damn Nature, You Scary Saturdays.
Number 10. Scary Solution. The city of Kupang in Indonesia has two popular beaches where an increasing number of tourists have been attacked by saltwater crocodiles. But the city has come up with a novel, if scary, solution. They're launching a competition that offers cash prizes to animal experts brave enough to bring the reptiles in alive. After capture, the animals would be released back to the wild, but far from the beaches. Must be quite a cash prize, right? Considering some of those beasts in the area can measure up to 13 feet long and are known to regularly attack and kill humans. Is it worth 5 million rupiah to take the risk? You could be a millionaire, but that works out to around $380 in US dollars. Still want to snap up that opportunity? Or does it sound more like a crock? Number 9. Lizard Fight Club. Two monitor lizards were caught in a scary life-and-death struggle in the middle of a dusty street. Their struggle was filmed by a passerby, and it went on for nearly 3 minutes. The two reptiles grappled with each other, oblivious to the huge buses and motorbikes that constantly rolled right past them. Monitor lizards are known to stand on the hind legs and fight over food or females. We're not exactly sure where this action took place, but the footage is thought to be from Sri Lanka. The clip ends with the two animals still going at it. So how do you think that epic contest ended? Number 8. Coming at ya. Want to get up close and personal with a Komodo dragon? Well, considering it is the world's biggest lizard and can measure up to 10 feet long and weigh around 200 pounds, maybe that's not the best idea. They're hardcore carnivores and can consume large prey like water buffalo, deer, and yes, even humans. But photographer Brian Matthews did manage to capture these big lizards on film anyway. You can see the beast makes a scary sight indeed as it lurches toward the camera with its forked tongue flicking out of its mouth. Mr. Matthews maneuvered the animals into place by scattering dry fish near the camera lens. Now, for the record, the largest verified wild Komodo dragon caught in the traditional sense measured over 10 feet long and weighed 366 pounds. Now imagine that beast coming at you. Number 7. Lolong. Did you know saltwater crocodiles are the largest reptiles in the world? But the biggest saltwater croc ever caught was Lolong, and he was scary long, at over 20 feet, and weighed more than a ton. Snout to tail, he was one of the largest crocodiles ever measured. He was hunted in a province of the Philippines in 2011, and it took around 100 people to bring him to land. The giant reptile was kept in the Bunawan Eco Park and Wildlife Reservation Center, where he became a star attraction. In 2012, Guinness officially certified Lolong as the world's largest crocodile in captivity. But the big guy didn't enjoy that title for too long. Lolong passed away in February 2013. Number 6. What was the longest reticulated python ever caught? Well, in case you were wondering, that would be Samantha. The reticulated python was captured by poachers in Borneo in 1993 after gaining the reputation of raiding local villages for chickens and pigs. After arriving at the Bronx Zoo, she grew to 26 feet and weighed 275 pounds and was thought to be the largest snake in captivity at that time. Samantha became a popular attraction at the zoo, drawing 1 million visitors each year. Crowds especially turned out for Samantha's monthly feeding. Once a month, she was fed a pig weighing up to 35 pounds, which she could swallow in about 15 minutes. Sorry to say, though, Samantha left this mortal coil in 2002. Number 5. A scary catch. Dave Harrell, a catfish angler in Oklahoma, reeled in something that looked like a prehistoric turtle. It was actually a rare alligator snapping turtle, known as one of the heaviest freshwater turtles in the world. This one was thought to weigh around 100 pounds, but that wasn't verified. These animals have been known to tip the scales at over 200 pounds, though. From the picture, it's tough to tell which looks more scared, the fisherman or the massive turtle. After taking the selfie, Mr. Harrell released the animal unharmed back to the water. Number 4. Brutus. Now, this big croc from Australia became a star in 2011 after a photo caught the beast jumping out of the water for snacks thrown from a tour boat, and that made international headlines. You must admit, that's a very scary image. And those tourists were lucky Brutus didn't use them for snacks. Since then, he's become a selling point for cruise tour companies that navigate the Adelaide River in Australia's Northern Territory. The big guy is thought to be 80 years old and measures over 18 feet long and could weigh over 2 tons, but bear in mind those stats have never been officially verified. Along with his size, the croc is known for missing his right foreleg, thought to have been torn off by a shark. Not one to sit on his laurels, Brutus made headlines again in 2014 when he was caught on camera chowing down on a bull shark. Think maybe he was getting some sweet revenge. Number 3. An all-time alligator. Reeling in a big catch like this was a family affair, taking 5 members of the Stokes family more than 5 hours to capture the scary big gator. After the family won that battle, they were still faced with the chore of lugging the conquest back to shore. It was so massive that it destroyed the winch system normally used by biologists from Alabama Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries. A park backhoe had to be called in to assist to lift the creature, and its weight was confirmed at 1,011.5 pounds with a length of 15 feet 9 inches, breaking a world record for length. That record belonged to a gator caught in Texas in 2007. The Stokes prize catch also broke the Alabama state record of a gator that weighed 838 pounds and measured 14 feet and 2 inches long. The new champ was summarily taken to a taxidermist, after which it was put on display at the Montgomery Zoo's Mann Wildlife Learning Center in Alabama. Number 2. Now, the subject of this story isn't just a reptile, it's also the humans who want to wrestle with him. They perform stunts at the Sam Fran Elephant Ground and Zoo near Bangkok. Performing in hour-long shows, the men essentially risk their lives by sticking their heads between the jaws of some of the biggest crocs at the zoo. Apparently, the animals are fully alert and unsedated. The wranglers have been performing these stunts at the zoo since 1985. However, we were not able to find any information on fatalities in that time span. Still, do you want to stick your head into the jaws of death on a regular basis? Do you think it might be the world's most dangerous job? Or at least the scariest? Number 1. Gustav. Yeah, okay, we'll admit there's plenty of crocs on this list, but nature made so many of them so scary we just keep coming back to them. And here's one that might be the scariest of the lot. Gustav is a notorious beast that comes from Burundi in Africa. This monster is thought to have killed as many as 300 people. The incidents have allegedly occurred from the banks of the Ruzizi River to the north shore of Lake Tanganyika. The actual number of fatalities has been difficult to verify, but that man-eater rep has given Gustav near mythical status. It's said to weigh over a ton, and some estimates claim Gustav is some 25 feet long, but none of that has been verified. Attempts to capture the elusive animal have proved fruitless, but he has been caught on film. The last reported sighting of Gustav came in 2015 when a resident claimed to see the critter dragging an adult bull buffalo along a riverbank, but guess what? That is unverified.
Welcome to Damn Nature, You Scary Saturdays.